The confidence flowing through this Arsenal squad is absolutely palpable, a tangible force that has transformed them into what looks like the most complete team in world football at this very moment. Coming off the high of a statement victory against Bayern Munich, the focus now shifts to a monumental Premier League test, a trip to Stamford Bridge to face a resurgent Chelsea. This isn't just another London derby. It's a definitive first versus second clash that could very well shape the entire destiny of the title race. Arsenal's current form is the stuff of dreams, a 16-match unbeaten streak across all competitions, a defensive fortress that has conceded a mere 6 goals in that entire run, and a belief that they can outplay and outfight any opponent put in front of them. The historical data heavily favours the Gunners. In the last 12 encounters with Chelsea, Arsenal have emerged victorious 8 times, suffering only a single defeat. However, the recent visits to Stamford Bridge have ended in draws, a subtle reminder that this fixture remains a formidable challenge. Mikel Arteta is acutely aware that this match will test the depth and resilience of every single player in his squad. On the other side, Chelsea have discovered a new identity under Enzo Maresca, stringing together 9 wins from their last 11 outings to surge above Manchester City into second place. Their own demolition of Barcelona in the Champions League announced their return to the elite, setting the stage for a heavyweight collision between 2 London giants at the peak of their powers. Both managers have exchanged respectful words, with Arteta praising Chelsea's fully deserved rise and Maresca acknowledging the ruthless, near-impenetrable nature of Arsenal's defensive structure. Team News introduces several compelling subplots. The fitness of Leandro Trossard is under a cloud after he was forced off with a calf issue against Bayern. While it initially doesn't appear serious, a late decision will be made on his availability. There is more optimism surrounding Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres, both of whom are undergoing final scans, with a genuine hope that at least one could be involved on Sunday. The long-term recovery of Gabriel Jesus continues, with the striker participating in a behind-closed-doors match as part of a carefully monitored comeback plan after 11 months out. In defence, the absence of the injured Gabriel Magalhaes presents a selection dilemma for Arteta, who must choose between the physicality of Jakub Kiwior, who started against Bayern, and the experience of Takehiro Tomiyasu, who featured in the North London derby. The expectation is that Riccardo Calafieri will return to the starting lineup after being rested in midweek. For Chelsea, the major boost is the return of Cole Palmer to training after a lengthy absence since September. Their squad, however, is not without its own issues, with Levi Colwill ruled out long-term due to a significant Achilles injury. From a tactical perspective, Arsenal must be prepared for the explosive, searing pace that defines Chelsea's attacking approach. Their quickest players are most dangerous when afforded space to run into, which suggests Arteta will likely instruct his team to avoid a frantic end-to-end contest and instead impose their trademark control. A critical factor will be silencing Chelsea early. They have scored first in an impressive 12 consecutive matches across all competitions, making a fast, disciplined start from Arsenal non-negotiable. The individual battle on the flank between Riccardo Calafieri and Chelsea's teenage winger, Estevão, will be worth the price of admission alone. The Brazilian is one of the league's most prolific dribblers, creating chances at a rate comparable to Bukayo Saka, and Calafieri's defensive intelligence and positioning will be paramount. However, Chelsea are not without their vulnerabilities. Their defensive line has looked unsettled for large parts of the season, with only Marc Cucurella displaying consistent form. Underlying performance data suggests they have actually conceded 3 fewer goals than expected, a statistic that hints at a potential overperformance. Furthermore, they are yet to face a team of Arsenal's calibre within the current top 4. The Gunners' intricate movement, clever rotational play, and sharp, incisive passing combinations have the potential to ruthlessly expose any defensive disorganisation. The statistical narrative overwhelmingly supports an Arsenal victory. Chelsea have already lost 2 of their last 4 home league games, a tally that matches the number of defeats they suffered in their previous 28 outings at Stamford Bridge. Sure. Conversely, Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 9 Premier League London derbies played away from home and have not lost in their last 6 visits to this very ground. The broader head-to-head record is even more damning for the Blues. They have managed just 1 win in their last 11 league meetings with Arsenal, and have failed to beat them in the last 7 consecutive encounters. When Arsenal score first, the result is almost a formality. They have won 16 of the 17 games in which they opened the scoring this season. The momentum and self-belief within the Arsenal camp is at a zenith, fueled by consecutive statement wins against Tottenham. Arteta has spoken about the powerful wave of confidence building within the group. Some external comments, such as Joshua Kimmich's suggestion that Arsenal rely heavily on set pieces, were dismissed by Arteta, who rightly pointed to the immense variety and adaptability his team possesses, a style that has now yielded 10 straight Champions League home victories. This formidable run of form has led pundits like Chris Sutton to predict a 2-0 Arsenal win, stating that this version of Arsenal can beat any team in any manner. They can outmuscle, outfight, or simply outplay them. He believes the Gunners possess too much power and too much completeness for this Chelsea side, even while acknowledging the threat posed by Maresca's pace-laden attack. The returns of Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, and Noni Madueke have provided a massive and timely boost to the squad's quality. Odegaard's comeback after 7 weeks out was instantly noticeable against Bayern, where he restored a layer of control and creativity that the team had sometimes missed. Martinelli and Madueke, who returned slightly earlier, both made decisive contributions in the North London derby, each finding the net in the 4-2 triumph over Tottenham. The performance against Bayern wasn't just a win, it was a display of total dominance. With 62% possession, 18 shots to Bayern's 6, and a 10th consecutive home win in the Champions League, Arsenal sent a resounding message across Europe. Noni Madueke capped it off with a brilliant first European goal for the club, a moment that symbolised the squad's growing depth and confidence. This team is not just winning, it is excelling in every single competition. They sit atop the Premier League with a 6-point cushion and lead their Champions League group with a perfect 5 wins from 5. A feat not accomplished by an Arsenal side since the 2005-2006 season, which famously culminated in a trip to the Final Four. That level of consistency is the hallmark of a genuine contender. The depth is a key differentiator. The fact that players of the calibre of Madueke, Martinelli, Calafieri, Odegaard, and Ben White can be introduced from the bench is a testament to the strength of the squad. This allows Arsenal to maintain an incredibly high level of performance, even while navigating injuries to key figures like Gabriel, Trossard, Jesus, Havertz, and Jokers. At the heart of this relentless machine is Declan Rice, whose influence cannot be overstated. His performance against Bayern Munich was a masterclass in midfield dominance. His pressing, his impeccable positioning, his leadership, and his tireless recovery runs effectively neutralised one of Europe's most esteemed midfields. UEFA's decision to name him man of the match was a mere formality, as he quite literally ran the German champions into the ground. He has become the indispensable pillar of this team, the one player whose absence would be most keenly felt. This collective confidence is fostered from the top, with Arteta masterfully managing the balance between celebrating a huge victory and immediately shifting focus to the next challenge. His post-Bayern comments were telling. Acknowledge the achievement, enjoy the moment briefly, and then immediately begin preparations for Chelsea. This brings us to the monumental nature of Sunday's fixture. It is first versus second, a match that some analysts believe could effectively end the title race if Arsenal emerge victorious. The argument is that a 7-point lead, coupled with this team's unwavering consistency and formidable mentality, would represent a mountain too high for any pursuing team to climb. This is not the Arsenal of old, a team known for moments of sublime beauty, punctuated by inexplicable lapses. This is a modern, ruthless and hyper-professional unit that, as one pundit noted, rarely drops below a 7 out of 10 in performance. When they elevate their game to a 9 out of 10, as they did against Tottenham and Bayern. They become virtually unstoppable. They arrive at Stamford Bridge as the team in control, the team with all the momentum, and the team that everyone else in England and Europe is desperately trying to catch.